Emily Young will steal the opening tip, and Case will control. Brandeis is here with a 9-9 overall record, and they are 2-5 in University Athletic Association play. And one of those 2 wins includes a 69-66 win over Case a couple of Fridays ago in Walton, Massachusetts. That was a 69-66 overtime win. This is Mummy inside for the Spartans. Left-handed shot won't go. Ball's kept alive. Mummy gets it back. Swings it out. This is Jess McCoy. Draws the defense. That's Emily Young for a 3, and that's an air ball. And Brandeis will have their first offensive possession of the evening.
Well, normally, Ron, offensive rebounds lead to points in some way, shape, or form, whether you use the whole shot clock or not. But I like the idea that the Spartans are going to use more shot clock because it gives them more options in terms of what plays they want to run and how they want to get to the rim.
The weave out top for the judges. Now they work it inside. Good ball movement. There's an 18-footer. Missed long, and the long rebound comes out to Emily Young. Case has not done well as far as rebounding is concerned in University Athletic Association play. Specifically, Eddie, the last time they played this Brandeis team, the second half, they had a 23-point lead that they blew, and I asked Coach Reimer about that, and one of the reasons she says is we just stopped competing, she thought, as far as the hustle is concerned. We had rebounds that were literally taken out of our hands. So Brandeis will play them aggressively, and Case will have to match that aggressiveness the entire night tonight.
Well, Ron, I think that young team in that game against Brandeis, they learned what happens if you get complacent, and teams are going to take full advantage of that, and it does not take long for your opponents in this game to get back into the game. I mean, just a couple buckets at the other end, and you're looking at a totally different picture in terms of how the game is played.
Sodine with a nice left-handed layup. She missed it, but she got it back and missed 2 in a row. This is McCoy with the rebound for the Spartans. If you're just tuning in, as McCoy draws the foul, she'll shoot 2. The foul is on Kyla Gabriel. That is Kyla's first. The Spartans are in the Mather College throwback uniforms tonight, honoring the Floristone Mather College tradition, wearing gold trimmed in black with a black Mather across their chest trimmed in white. Jessica McCoy makes them both.
And the free throw line has been a special place for Jess McCoy, needless to say. Ranked first in program history in free throw percentage at 85%. Spartans want to get her to the line early and often.
Judges on the season averaging 56 points per game as they go inside for their first 2 from Maria Jackson tonight. Whistle in the backcourt. It's a traveling violation on the Spartans.
Yeah, Ron, the judges don't score a ton of points per game at 60, and they really don't give up too many points per game at about a hair under 59. So to me, that kind of says that they would prefer to slow things down and settle into the half court, whereas if Case can get out and run, they might give themselves an advantage.
Shot was blocked by McCoy, but she also fouled Maria Jackson on the play. So for Jessica McCoy, that will be her first foul. Jackson will shoot 2 free throws. She's a 67% free throw shooter. Brandeis in University Athletic Association play, though, Eddie, is only averaging 56 points per game, and so their point total has dropped drastically once they left the comforts of non-conference play. As you know, and as I know very well, that University Athletic Association is much different than any of these teams play in the non-conference schedule. It's 2 turnovers in a row for Case. McCoy's going to pick up her second foul, so already depleted bench will get action very quickly here. Coming off the bench and going in is Alex Roth. Roth has played a lot this year. She has been a starter for most of the year.
Well, and Ron, you talk about, 3 players that you want to see get big-time minutes for the Spartans here this season. She's one of them. McCoy
yeah.
and Mummy and Hageman. All 3 of those players need to play close to 30 minutes or more in order for Case to really win a lot of games, and tough luck with the foul trouble early.
Lots of time, 25 seconds on the shot clock. This is Mummy. Now it's Young out top. Brandeis in a zone defense. And we're going to have a hand check foul. Foul's going to go against Kyla Gabriel. Off the bench and in the game for Case is number 12, Alexis Ambergy. Emily Young will take a seat.
And Ambergy is another one of those freshmen that I think have really had a little bit of an impact on the team this season. 3.5 points and 3 rebounds, and she does the most of what she's got as Hageman lays it in for 2.
Hageman's first 2 early on here, just 3 minutes gone in this opening period. Good ball movement, good strong move inside. Shot won't go, and down with the rebound, here come the Spartans. This is Ambergy with it, now off to Mummy. Mummy looks into Hageman, Mummy keeps it. They get back to Laura. Laura with a step, left-handed shot, won't go. Here comes Brandeis the other way. Quickly down the floor with the dribble is Kane. Heather Kane on the right side. Sodine's gonna work it to Hodges, and they'll go back to Jackson, they'll swing it. 5-4, Judges early on here over the Spartans. Ball's on the floor, tied up. Possession arrow goes Brandeis' way.
With a couple early Spartan turnovers, that is something that they were hoping for on the other end, to come up with a turnover of their own for Brandeis and try to push the ball the other way against a Brandeis team that kind of prefers more of the traditional half-court setup.
Joelle Mark Anthony now in the game for Brandeis. Joelle is from Wallingford, Connecticut. She's a 5'10" freshman forward. She has the basketball. Number 35. This is Hodges with it. 2 seconds to shoot. Hodges on the break, laid it up, missed it, got her own rebound. Judges have a fresh 30. Long 3, and it's good. That is Paris Hodges from Southampton, New York, with her first basket of the evening.
And south of the 3-point line, boy, she really drilled it, got all of the back of the iron, and you could hear the ball hitting the iron from the back. That's an impressive looking shot.
Largest lead of the first 4.5 minutes of this game. The score is 8-4 Brandeis. Mummy, the long shot. Off the back of the rim, won't go. Ball is tipped and controlled. Reaching in and grabbing it that time was Alex Roth. Off to Hellman, and Hillary Hellman lays it up and in.
That is fantastic transition defense that leads to good offense at the other end for the Spartans. You see the steal from behind, and then the lob pass up forward gets the Spartans on the board and ends a little Judges run.
Good ball movement inside, but a nice steal by Mummy. And Hellman will control for the Spartans. Ambergy. This is Kreinberg, Darby Kreinberg with the basketball back to Ambergy, and a whistle inside. Foul's going to go against Brandeis. Foul is on Heather Kane. That will be Kane's first foul. 3 subs off the bench for Brandeis. Frankie Pinto, Nikki Lascaris, they're off the bench, and then Maria Jackson and original starters back in the game. Ambergy inbounds it, ball's tipped, but kept alive by Case. So the Spartans control. This is Kara Hageman, and now with the basketball is Ambergy. Another foul away from the basketball, another foul on the Judges. Foul will go against Noelle Hodges, that's her first.
Well, Spartans in the driver's seat with Brandeis having their 4th foul. One more, and you're going to see some free throws.
Hellman almost dribbled it out of bounds. Kreinberg back out to Ambergy. Hellman with the ball above her head. 15 seconds to shoot. Spartans down a basket. Seven to shoot. Hellman, turnaround shot. Good patience that time by Hageman and Hellman.
And it was pretty obvious, Ron, from the start that they wanted a post-up opportunity there. One of those two players is a big-time mismatch for them down low, and they were finally able to find one in the freshman Hellman.
Roth with a nice job of doubling down that time. They threw it over the defensive arms of Kreinberg, and Alex Roth did a great job coming in on defense and helping out Kreinberg. Kreinberg with the turnaround shot. Quickly down the floor, here come the judges. Inside immediately, active hands by Hellman. Ball is controlled, and then a whistle and a foul. Foul's on the Spartans. Foul will go against Kara Hageman. Hageman's first foul.
Well, on the defensive end of the floor, you have to walk a fine line with active hands because that can cause some turnovers on your opponent, and it can also get you in foul trouble. So I think the Spartans doing a good job of staying away from the illegal action.
This is Jackson with a fadeaway. Judges control the rebounds. Frankie Pinto had it, and a whistle off ball. An illegal screen against Joel Mark Anthony. Joel will come out. That's her first foul. Sydney Sodine's back in. On the floor right now for Case, Jessa McCoy is back on the floor. Alex Roth gets a high five from her coach as she comes out. Now remember, McCoy is in there with 2 fouls on her. This is Hageman and Ambergy in the backcourt. They fill the middle with Young. Back to Hageman. Game's tied at 8, 3 minutes left in this opening period. Kreinberg. Now it's Hageman with a ball fake right, goes left, draws the defense. Here's Jess McCoy, splits the double team, and it's up and in.
That's veteran leadership right there. That is a very heads-up play by Jess McCoy. Her first possession coming off of the bench, and she sticks her head in there and lays it in for an easy 2.
Nice ball fake. Soft shot falls. And that's Frankie Pinto with her first basket. McCoy quickly the other way. Well, it's simple to say, but it's so true. Ball movement is the key to everything in basketball. And when this Case team moves the ball well, they get good looks. 7 seconds to shoot. This is Young still with the basketball. Now it's Hageman inside. Hageman in trouble, splits a defense, missed the shot. McCoy's shot is up, but it was blocked, and the shot clock did not reset. I think that first shot hit the rim. The shot clock never reset. They're going to talk about that. They're going to talk about that right now.
The other thing, too, Ron, is you have to combine ball movement with player movement, and I think on that possession, not enough player movement from the Spartans, especially around the three-point line. They were able to get the player movement late in the shot clock, but by then, I mean, you're working on the short end of the 8 ball right there.
Eddie, they're going to bring Case back down because I think the Spartans are going to get the ball back.
I think so, too. Kind of a tough angle from where we are at, but
that's Carol Simon, the judge's veteran basketball coach.
Per the deflection of the ball, I would go with you, Ron, and say that it did hit the rim and that the Spartans should get a new shot clock, but we'll find out.
Carol's wondering why there isn't a shot clock violation. They're discussing that whether that initial shot, the first shot, actually hit the rim. And they're gonna say it did. So the second shot was blocked out of bounds. Case, the Spartans will get it back. There's Brooke Orcutt, one of the basketball alums here at Case Western Reserve University, also an assistant coach, and she joined us 2 weeks ago on our broadcast. This is Mummy inside, faked it, and shot was blocked by Jackson. Game's tied at 10, 2 minutes left in this opening period. Good defense out top. Great defense. Hellman with it, controls it off to Young. Young's at half court, picked up her dribble and never should have done that. Now they're going to get it off, and Jessica McCoy is going to settle in back to Emily Young. On the floor right now for Case, it's Hageman inside, who McCoy tried to get to, and they're going to call the foul on Hageman. I think. I'm not sure what exactly happened. They blew the whistle, but they did not come to the scores table and give a foul. Brandeis with the ball. They're going to wave the basket off. Fouls on Alexis Ambergy. That's her first. Eddy, any thoughts?
Well, on this pass play.
That's on the foul.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, Judges with the basketball. Minute 27 left in this opening period. Young comes down with a rebound. Pressure applied, and this is what worked for Brandeis in that opening game in the second half. They started really turning the screws on Case defensively, and that led into many turnovers and eventually led into a loss for the Spartans. Quickly on the drive, layups up and good for Paris Hodges. Hodges has 5. Whistle in the backcourt. Pushing foul on number 13 for the Judges. It's Frankie Pinto. That's her first. That is the 5th team foul. So in a 10-minute period, that will send the Spartans to the basketball, to the free throw line, as Ambergy makes the first shot. Young will take a seat. Hellman's back in.
And Ron, going back to the last Brandeis possession, I think that the Spartans have clearly identified a mismatch, a very quick first step for Paris Hodges, and she's just such a strong finisher around the rim. That burst of speed, she was able to go right through the teeth of that zone defense and laid it in for a sharp-looking 2.
Open look. Hellman with the rebound. Pressure and trouble in the backcourt for Case. Ball is loose. Those 10 seconds are winding down quickly. And she traveled with the basketball. Hillary Hellman took the dribble to control it, picked it up, and then forgot that she had taken that dribble.
That's pretty big, too, because with about a 2.5-second differential between shot clock and game clock, this is going to be the last clean possession of the half for the Judges, and they can suck the shot clock down just about as far as they want to. Because if the Spartans had a clean possession on the other end, you had a chance to take the lead and protect it at the end of the first, but that's not going to be the case here.
Boy, that was a nice move, strong move to the basket by Nikki Lascaris. It's her first 2. It's a 3-point lead by the Judges. Their biggest of this opening period has been 4 at 8-4. 2 seconds to shoot. Long 3 in the air, missed it long, and that will wrap up the opening 10 minutes. It's 14-11 Brandeis as the Judges and the Spartans go to their respective benches. It's a great look at Adelbert Gymnasium, home of Throwback Weekend. We'll be back.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
One of the things I love about Adelbert Gymnasium is the high ceiling. Those wooden and steel beams that crisscross and support the roof here. The lighting is, I'd like to hear from the players what they think about the lighting. I think it's really nice. It's a soft light. It's not harsh. I would think it's very conducive to, good visual playing conditions. 1 period's in the book. Brandeis with a 14-11 lead. The Judges out of Walton, Massachusetts. Brandeis University, named after the Supreme Court Justice Louis Brandeis. They just celebrated his 100th year of his appointment to the Supreme Court. The university did, not the Supreme Court. This is Mummy inside with a reverse layup. Used the rim that time to add as a defender on Maria Jackson.
And it was a bit of a slow first quarter for Laura Mummy, going 0 for 3 from the field, but you're hoping that once she gets that first one to go, then a second and third and fourth and so on shot will start falling for her, because the Spartans need a presence on the block, and Laura Mummy's going to be that player.
Pinto missed it badly, but wide open with nobody checking her underneath was Nikki Lascaris. Good pass by McCoy.
That's a second block already that Maria Jackson has had on Laura Mummy. Probably a good reason that she went 0 for 3 from the field a quarter ago. And Maria Jackson really establishing herself as a rim protector, and a solid one for Brandeis.
But Jackson comes out and sets the high screen, and traveling with the basketball is Heather Kane. Good defense that time by the Spartans. So look at Kane as she heads back to play defense for Brandeis. Jess McCoy will bring it up against pressure. Spartans are down 3. Hageman, ball above her head, works it inside. This is Hellman with a turnaround shot, left it short.
Well, the shot didn't go, but you can see the developed confidence for Hellman as we've got a crash right near half court and a foul going against Brandeis. But I love that Hellman is getting more comfortable in the offensive game and taking some tougher shots.
They call this foul on Hillary Hellman. That will be Hellman's first. Jackson threw the basketball out of bounds. Try to get it all the way across the court to her teammate Frankie Pinto. Off the bench once again, back in the game, is Joelle Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony, a freshman, 5'10" forward, averaging 2 points, 2 rebounds per game this year for the judges.
And Ron, now is the time for the Spartans to attack the rim, because the 2 blocks of Maria Jackson going to take a seat.
Well, that half-court trap nearly worked that time for Brandeis. Case controls. This is Hellman with a 3. Hillary Hellman steps up and drops her 7th point of the evening. Noelle Hodges is coming back in for Brandeis. Hodges, a sophomore guard out of Southampton, New York. Plenty of time to shoot. Up and over the back and drawing a foul will be Sydney Sodine. Sodine missed the shot, tried to grab her own rebound, and drew the foul instead. So full court press by Brandeis. It's been very effective for them. This is McCoy bringing it up as they relax the press. And Sodine's going to pick up her 2nd foul in about 6 seconds.
She's been around the ball, needless to say, as one of their more established defenders.
Sodine will check out, and Maria Jackson will check in for her. Sodine's out with 1.2 fouls. Jackson comes back into the lineup with 4 points. McCoy to Hageman. Hageman working inside. Shot won't go. Gets her own rebound. Backed up. It was blocked. Hellman with it. Mummy. Long 3. Carol Simon wanted to carry that time. It appeared that's exactly what Case did. They carried the basketball in the dribble, but nonetheless, laying it up and in is Noelle Hodges.
They gave Hodges the wrong angle that time. Very good going to her left, and she proved it there with a 2.
Boy, Case has missed badly from outside. That is McCoy with an air ball. They have had 3 air balls so far in this opening half.
And they are at 6 of 22 at this point, under 30%. And they've been about consistently up around 30% or barely over 30%. They're going to want to improve upon that shooting percentage, try to get some more close shots to the rim.
As awful as they have shot,
they're only down 2.
Their defense has kept them in the game. 6 seconds to shoot. Foul's going to go against Laura Mummy. There's Mummy's first. Hellman will check out, and Emily Young is back in for the Spartans. Hillary Hellman has had a heck of a 14-minute span here. She has 7 points, 7 of the 16 for Case. This is Mark Anthony with a real nice soft shot from a 5'10 freshman.
Well, you saw what the 5'10 forward Maria Jackson can do on the defensive end, and now she created a shot on the offensive end as she drew some attention down there on the block.
Case calls a timeout. They were in trouble in the backcourt. The timeout saves them. We'll be back.
With 31 unique creations to choose from, there's something for everyone to love at Dave's Cosmic Subs. Meat lovers, vegetarians, and everyone in between agree that our freshly baked bread, high-quality ingredients, and homemade sauces make us the best in Cleveland. Come on into Dave's Cosmic Subs Coventry to experience legendary subs in a cosmic atmosphere. And don't forget, we deliver. It's as easy as dialing 216-320-0330. Be the hit of the party. Order Dave's.
You know it's an old gym when you've got ceiling fans on top. Sean McDonald, the men's basketball coach here at Case, likes the gym hot. He likes his gyms hot because his guys like to run and he wants to tire people out. So I don't think you'll see that ceiling fan moving at all tonight. Out of that timeout, the Spartans with some work to do. They're down 4, which has been their largest deficit so far in this first half. They were down 8-4, and now it's 20-16. Get a good look at the foul on Maria Jackson. That's her first. 6:04 left in this opening half. Spartans looking for just their second win in conference play. Brandeis looking for their third, and that's Laura Mummy inside with a nice soft left hook. Eddy, she likes to go to her left a lot. Dribbles with the right hand strong, but likes to go to that left inside.
Yeah, she certainly does, and if she can get about 10 to 12 points a game, she'd be doing the Spartans a lot of favors, developing a presence down low, as we've got, speaking of down low, another foul.
Hageman picks up her second. She just got beat inside. She did not box out well that time. The rebound by Mark Anthony, and Joelle will shoot 2 free throws. Joelle Mark Anthony on the season is 70% free throw shooter. Hageman will take a seat. She's on the bench with 2 points, which is uncharacteristic of her typical play. She leads this team in scoring, averaging 15 points per game. Mark Anthony has 4, and the lead is back to 4 at 22-18 for Brandeis. Jessica McCoy, who picked up 2 quick fouls early in that opening period. Mummy again to her left, missed it, kept it alive, and the judges come up with it. Hodges with the basketball. Goes left wing. Kane back to Hodges. They'll swing it to Jackson. Now they go from left to right. Hellman with good trapping following defense. Emily Young picking it up near the circle. This is Jackson. Mummy stopped her. Jackson turnaround shot, missed it, but Brandeis gets that rebound. Eddy, the rebounding is just killing Case Western Reserve right now.
And it's not like in terms of numbers they're getting pounded on the glass. It's the timing of these offensive rebounds, just keeping possessions alive for Brandeis. And the more energy that you have to exert on the defensive end, the flatter your shot's going to be at the other end.
Offensive foul will go against Heather Kane. Laura Mummy with great position that time. There's a good look at it. Mummy, the senior, she is the heart and soul of this basketball team. Tough, athletic, very competitive. Whistle in the backcourt. It's another foul on Frankie Pinto, her second.
And another thing too, Ron, when you are the only member of your graduating class on a roster, I think that makes it a little bit tougher, needless to say, because you just don't have as many players. So she has one senior teammate from her class. Just makes it harder to relate to other players when you have players that are going through that same struggle that you are, but she's very thankful to have Emily Young in her 4th year as well.
Amber Gee at the free throw line. Good block by Jessica McCoy. She got beat on the dribble with the ball fake, but recovered well. Inside, it's Mummy. Fakes right, goes left. Left it short. Jackson with the rebound. Hodges and Jackson out top. Jackson, soft turnaround shot. Maria Jackson has 6, leads at 5. Hellman inside, looking for McCoy. And just had Jackson in the air. She could have drawn a foul, missed the layup. Jackson comes down with a rebound. I think they're playing at Brandeis' pace right now.
I would agree.
Jackson is a force inside for the judges.
Wow, and the thing too was, I mean, she made that look easy. I mean, she just stood right in there and put one arm up. That's 4 blocks already, and we still got 3 minutes to go before the half.
Coach Reimer wants a timeout. This game could have gotten away from Case in the last 2 minutes because Spartans did not have good offensive possessions, and Brandeis just frankly missed shots. They go into this timeout down 5, the Spartans do. We'll be back.
Everyone loves a comeback, right? Especially when that comeback is Queso Diablo from Qdoba, full of spicy satisfaction to take you straight to queso bliss. That fiery, smoky sensation you've been craving has returned. Celebrate the comeback of Queso Diablo, available now and for an infinite time, only at Qdoba Mexican Grill.
Both teams still in their huddles as we approach halftime here in game 1 tonight of a doubleheader from Adelbert Gymnasium on Throwback Weekend on the campus of Case Western Reserve University. Ron Jantz and Eddy Jansen along with you. Eddy, you're looking over the stat sheet with 3 minutes left in this opening half. So we've played 17 minutes of basketball. We've got a 5-point lead by the judges. What else stands out to you?
Well, Ron, even more importantly than the stat sheet, I think, is the shot selection for Case. I still think that they're taking makeable shots. I don't think that they're winning the one-on-one matchups. And a lot of that has to do with Maria Jackson having 4 blocked shots in the first half. But, I mean, the one-on-one matchups, I think it's time for Case to maybe get some screens in here and try to get some more points in the paint. Try to get yourself something easy when you've gone 7 of 28 from the floor for just 25%.
Fouls against the judges. That is Paris Hodges with her first foul.
And another thing too, Ron, this Brandeis bench has brought in a very good amount of energy into this game. The 4 players that they have rotated into the game off of the bench, all 4 of them have scored already, and they have contributed at the defensive end. So Brandeis right now playing with a little bit more of a up-tempo pace, and as you just said moments ago, the pace of the game is being played Brandeis's way.
Good defense that time by Ambergy. Ambergy and Mummy came out and trapped the basketball, and Mummy has it now for the Spartans. This is Hellman for a 3. Hillary Hellman hits another.
Well, she's the only Spartan to connect from 3-point land, and that was a big one.
She has half their points. Fouls on the Spartans. It's a hold inside on Hillary Hellman. Hellman's got 2 fouls. And with 2 fouls and just 2 minutes left, Coach Reimer might want to think about maybe getting Hellman out of the basketball game, and that's exactly what she'll do. Up off the bench and ready to go back in is Kara Hageman. Why get Hellman out now? Hellman's got half your points. She's got 12 of the 24. Shot was missed. Ball's loose. And the judges did a nice job of controlling that.
That would be a great way to protect your young freshman by getting her out of the game with that foul trouble. You're going to need her late in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Mummy tips it, keeps it alive. Jackson fought for it. McCoy comes up with it. Ambergy. You talked about the bench scoring for Brandeis. Case really doesn't have much of a bench, so it's really hard for them to get points off the bench. Ambergy's one of the girls who comes off the bench, and Alex Roth today will also come off the bench. She has been a starter most of the season, but even when she was a starter, she wasn't a scorer. 5 seconds to shoot. McCoy with a strong drive. McCoy gets the shot blocked by guess who? Maria Jackson. Game's tied, 63 seconds left, opening half. A wide open shot was blocked by McCoy inside. That was Mark Anthony. Joelle thought she had an easy one. And a foul the other way. Shots will not count. Foul's on the floor.
It just seems that Jess McCoy is at the right place at the right time more often than not, but you love the good aggressive move by Emily Young, trying to establish some sort of a rhythm for this Spartans team, which offense has been hard to come by for them in the first half, so good for her. Try to get to the rim, make an aggressive move.
Emily Young at the free throw line this year. She's a good free throw shooter, 72%. So Hellman has left the game. She's on the bench with 12 of their 24. She'll be there for the remainder of this opening half, and Young with her first point. So Case, for the first time since it was 2-0, has the lead. They're up a point with inside a minute to play, and we'll be back for the final 53 seconds after this short break.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
So there's about a 23-second difference in shot clock and game clock. Judges with the basketball. Spartans are up a point. Winding down the end of the first half. Brandeis likes to run that weave out front. And they are good off the dribble. Mummy comes up with a loose ball. Laura Mummy and Ambergy and McCoy will work it. This is Ambergy off the handoff from Jess McCoy. Gets it back to her teammate. 9 seconds. Mummy goes right this side, and Jackson got the swat from behind. She's got 6 block shots, I think, in this opening half. Travel, that's a travel with the basketball. So Spartans will get it. They'll have 1.8 seconds to shoot. I think it's 6, isn't it, Eddie? You had said 4, and I think she said 2 since then.
We've been keeping a tab on her blocks, needless to say. And that's going to be a problem for Case going forward because it's just so hard to get off some shots near the rim.
25-24 is the score at halftime.